This is the brand new Halloween event in Astroneer. It's called EXO F.A.R.M and it's one of my all-time favorites. Here's how it works. First, you're gonna need an EXO request platform. I actually started a brand new save here and I just gave myself some starting items. But I did this because if you already have a save with all the items you need, you can complete the whole event in less than half an hour. But I wanted a little bit of a challenge, so in the upcoming videos I'm gonna complete the whole event starting from scratch, and I'm gonna go all the way to completing the secret tiers as well to unlock the special chipset, but we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Here at the EXO request platform you can see the whole event. We've got 3 different tiers with 3 different rewards. Of course, after finishing these tiers we'll use automation to keep on completing the special ones, and these are the tiers. I'm gonna need to collect all these points to complete that. I'll actually call the rocket. Here's how to get points. You need to get these recipes. Each of these uses different types of seeds, which I'm gonna get, but all of them require Sturdysquash samples. That's a special plant for this event. Apart from that, we also have 2 more special plants. You can see one of them on screen right here. It's in the caves. Those are the Amaze plants and the 2 burial plants. For the rest, I'm gonna have to get off of Silva, and because this is a brand new save, I also gave myself a lot of bytes, so I don't have to do any byte research, but I'll have to unlock the shuttles and I'll get all the materials to get off the planet. But right here on Silva, I will be able to find a Cauldronia plant and some Sturdysquash. That's all you need to get started with this event. You will find event items on Silva, Calidor and Aatrox, with the ones on Aatrox being better. The Cauldronia, for example, is the fastest there, and this one from Silva is the slowest, but it still does the job. If you look at the compass, you'll see the orange thing there, and that's the Cauldronia. This is defended by some of these, but you can easily avoid them and grab your Cauldronia. And you can see all the recipes right here. We're gonna need Sturdysquash samples definitely for all of them, but then also Spinia Tectus seeds, Elegant Spew flowers, and then we're gonna get Resipound and Leeks from the brand new plants. You can easily automate this with some repeaters, which I'm gonna do in upcoming videos, but right now I'm looking for the Sturdysquash. These are the pumpkin looking plants that we are gonna need to complete this event. I'm pretty close to the base. It's actually right around this forest, and I actually found my first Sturdysquash. So if you harvest this, you're gonna get the seeds, and when you replant you will get seeds and samples. You're gonna want to keep the seeds around so you can replant them over and over again, and that's gonna get you a ton of samples. And as I said, you can also automate it. But right now I'm just looking to get a couple more seeds and then I can start this. Oh, I found another Cauldronia and I died. I'm gonna get the resin with some oxygen filters in here. It's just more exciting doing this on a new save, because back on the old one I could complete it in less than 10 minutes. But I'm gonna get some more seeds and then I'll take you in the caves with me to find the new plants. I got a ton of Sturdysquash seeds, so I can use all of these to get a ton of samples. So I can plant them just like that. The first ones are already done, so you can see it in action right here. You just get the samples and replant the seeds. And then using the samples you can start crafting these. So with just Sturdysquash samples you can actually craft the Squasholine. Squasholine only gives you 15 points, so you'll need a ton of it if you want to go that way, but I will actually craft these ones on here that give you more points. But in this video I'll show you how to craft one of each, and I'll also complete the first tier to get the reward, which is a surplus mask. I got my first Squasholine of this event, so I can place it right here, and if I send this I'm gonna get 15 points. Next, before I get a shuttle and get off the planet, I need to head into the caves, and I'm gonna show you one of the new plants, which is the Amaze plant. I have no lights in here, but these plants are pretty interesting. They actually need a tapper in order for you to get their resources. So here it is, I found it. This is the Amaze plant. You're gonna find it on Silva in the caves, and if I dig it up here I should get the seeds. There we go. I will plant these in the base and I'll add a tapper to them, and this will get me Resipound. I can plant these in the base and I can also unlock the tapper. Now I'll just expand the base a little bit. I'll go around to find some aluminum for the shuttle and for the tappers. I'll also need some solid fuel thrusters, and then I'll show you the other plant on Vesania, and I'll also do a couple stops on Calidor and Aatrox. So I'm gonna expand the base and do all of that, and I'll see you in 2 seconds. I got more stuff in here. I also have a shuttle, and it's time to grab some solid fuel thrusters. I can actually get more of those, and some tappers for these special plants. I'm gonna get 2. So I'll have one on this, and I'll keep one for the other plant from Vesania. I'll get another solid fuel thruster, and I can attach this to the shuttle. Okay, so I have 2 solid fuel thrusters, and this should be enough to get me all the way to Calidor, Vesania, Aatrox, and back on Silva. My first stop is on Calidor, and I need Spinia Tectus seeds from here. I found them really quick, so that's great. I got 4 of them already, so I can move over to Aatrox. I got lucky again, I landed right next to an elegant spew flower, so I can get these seeds from here. That's great. And I actually found an 8-rocks Cauldrongia. This is the fastest one, so when I have a bigger shuttle I can come take this as well. But I just want one more elegant spew flower seed, and there we go. Now the last stop will be on Vesania to get the tuberil plant. I will be able to see these on the compass, just like the amaze ones on Silva. It looks like I found a couple of them, I can see them on the compass, and here they are. So this is a tuberil plant, I can dig this up as well, and I'll get the seed. I don't have any more space, so I'll just leave this over here, and I can get this other one. Now I can find my way back to the shuttle, and then on Silva, using the tappers, I can get leeks and resipound from my new plants, and I will be able to craft all of the recipes for this event. Now that I'm back, I can start planting all of these, so I'll have them right here. I don't need 2 of each right now, but I'll use them later. I got my first resipound as well, and I'll have my elegant spew flowers and spiny attactus in the back here. These are fully grown, so I can get a tapper on there. I also got another resipound, and I went in the caves to get some zinc. That way I can craft a proximity repeater, which will make things a lot easier. Using this, you can easily harvest plants and plant the seeds back up. So you can put it like that, and there you go. You can plant them back just like that and get the samples. That's pretty easy. And if you look here, I also got one of these special Sturdysquash, so this will give me more samples, and I can easily just replant the seeds like that. I will do the same for these plants as well. There we go, and I'll just take one of each seed, and then I can plant them back. So the proximity repeater makes everything much easier, but you can also automate it with a delay repeater. I'll keep that for the next video. I used my first resipound to get an unknown biofuel, and this is still going pretty slow, but will upgrade to a better Cauldrongia in the future. So here are all the recipes. I already crafted the squasholine, which is 2 Sturdysquash sample. The next one is Atapetrol. This is 28 points, and it requires 1 Sturdysquash sample and 1 mutant spiny attactus seed. So this is the Atapetrol. Next, it's the Noxotane, which is 40 points, and that's a Sturdysquash sample and an elegant spew flower seed. This is what Noxotane looks like. Now I already crafted an unknown biofuel, but I'm gonna craft one more. Each of these is 55 points. You can see them right here at the EXO request platform. And then the last one will be the soup, which is 70 points, so that's a lot. And that requires the leeks from these plants. There's the unknown biofuel, and the last one is the soup, and there we go. Now I have a soup as well, and these can be put into gas canisters. You see one right here, but I don't have the materials for that just yet. Anyways, I have almost 200 points here, so I'm gonna send this. Because the soup is the most points, it makes sense to craft a ton of that, but I want to automate it in upcoming videos, so I'll also craft some other stuff. I'll just add these to the shuttle here. I'll keep using the proximity repeater, and I'll show you once I get to 800 points. I'm still crafting fuels here, and I got more on the way. I put all of the Sturdysquash inside the circle of the proximity repeater, so I can get all of them at once, just like that, so that's awesome. And I also sent the EXO request platform, and this came back with some pretty cool stuff in here. You can get one every 400 points. So I got some C chips. This is from the old set from the last event. We don't need these because I already have them. What I'm looking for is the D chips, which we'll only get after finishing the event. But I got 2 medium gas canisters. These are gonna be a lot of help, and more proximity repeaters. So I can use all of these items to get even more points. I also have a ton of resipound here so that we can craft unknown biofuels, and I only need 200 more points to complete the first tier. Apart from that, I also unlocked the auto arm, and I got the materials for it. So I'm gonna get some auto arms in here, and in the next video I'm gonna automate more of this process. But right now I'm really close to completing the first tier and getting my first reward for this Halloween. Oh, it looks like I actually completed the first tier, so I'll take a look at the rewards. Here's a surplus mask. I think that looks pretty interesting. I don't know. It makes me look like a door. Like this is the type of thing that you would put on your door. But that's pretty cool. I'm still crafting soup over here, and I need to get ready for the next video in which we're gonna complete the second tier using automation and upgrading the whole process with auto arms, gas canisters, and better Cauldrongia plants. Apart from that, in the upcoming videos we'll also uncover the new chipset, and we'll just need to wait and see what that unlocks. But if you want to see all of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and in the meantime go watch this other video, and I'll see you there. Cheers, Astroneers!